This is my audience. My name is Alexa Castillo, and I'm going to be reciting Hillary Clinton's 2015 speech, Women Rights are Human Rights. At this very moment, as we sit here, women around the world are giving birth, raising children, cooking meals, washing clothes, cleaning houses, planting crops, working on assembly lines, running companies, and running countries. Women are also dying from diseases that should have been prevented or treated. They are watching their own children succumb to malnutrition caused by poverty and economic deprivation. They are being denied the right to go to school by their own fathers and brothers. They are being forced into prostitution, and they are being barred from bank lending offices and banned from the ballot box. Those of us who have the opportunity to be here have the responsibility to speak for those who cannot. As an American, I want to speak for those women in my own country. Women who are raising children on minimum wage, women who cannot afford health care or childcare, women whose lives are threatened by violence, including violence in their own homes. I want to speak for the mothers who are fighting for good schools, safe neighborhoods, clean air, and clean airways. For older women, some of them widows, who find that after raising their families, their skills and life experiences are no longer valued in the marketplace. For women who are working all night as nurses, hotel clerks, fast food chefs, just so that they can be home during the day with their children. Women everywhere who simply don't have the time to do everything they are called upon to do each and every day. Speaking to you today, I speak for them, just as each of us speak for women around the world who are denied the right to go to school or see a doctor or own property simply because they are women. The truth is, most women around the world work both inside and outside their home, usually by necessity. We need to understand that no one formula is how women should lead our lives. That is why we must respect the choices a woman makes for herself and for her family. Every woman deserves the chance to realize her own God given potential. But we must recognize that women will never gain full dignity until we treat their until our human rights are respected and protected. Our goal for this conference is to strengthen families and societies by encouraging women to take greater control over their own destiny. This cannot be fully achieved unless governments here and around the world accept their responsibility to protect and promote internationally recognized women's rights. The international community has long acknowledged and recently reaffirmed at the Vienna that both women and men are entitled to a range of protections and personal freedoms, from the right to personal security to the right to determine freely the number and spacing of the children they bear. No one should have to be forced to remain silent for the fear of religious or political prosecution, arrest, abuse, or torture. Tragically, women are often those whose human rights are violated. Even now, in the late 20th century, the rape of women continues to be used as an instrument of armed conflict. Women and children make up a majority of the world's refugees. And when women are excluded from the political process, they become even more vulnerable to abuse. I believe that now, on the eve of the millennium, it is important to break the silence, and it is time for us to stay here in Beijing and for the world to hear that it is no longer acceptable to discuss women's rights as separate from human rights. I chose this speech because I think equality is an important discussion to have. I think it's unfair that we are seen as less than simply because we are women. And this specific speech highlights the fact that human rights are equal and the same to women's rights. Yep. Okay, there we go.